Good morning, everybody. So I'm tackling a little project down here, over there. Friendsgiving for us is coming up, so we're kind of trying to prep the area. We're gonna have our first dinner down there. Come on down, I'll show you what we're doing. We're just gonna plant up some pots that I just got. Oof. I need to put on some iPads. My bags have bags. All right, let me show you. So coming down into this first patio, we do have some Malibu lighting here that we connected. They cut it when they put this little walkway in, so we have to rerun that. And then we're doing speaker wire actually right here. So just a few little touches here and there, but it's kind of what we're looking at here. I felt like it needed something a little extra just to kind of finish it and ground this space. So I got these 3 really pretty terracotta pots. They're from the same line as the ones down there that I did the octopus agaves in. So they have this really pretty finish on them. It's like really light turquoise with like a brushed white. But I think it's really nice and cooling up here, especially with like the really light tones of everything. I want to keep everything cool, nothing too hot colored. And then our house is kind of a dark green, almost black. So I didn't want to do black pots. I feel like that would be a little bit too modern. So yeah, in the future, I don't know if we want to put maybe some cobblestone or something on the facade of our house, but this is kind of the theme that we're going for, is kind of a like light colored stone. So yeah, let's look at the plants that we got. What we got is all of our pots. I'm pretty much doing either succulents or cacti or agaves, just very arid plants. I kind of like that look. Like all the pots are gonna have like a really strong architectural element to them. So I got 3 things. I'm gonna do kind of a layered effect. This is the centerpiece. It's a Peruvian apple cactus, and this gets really big, but I think in these pots, I don't think they're super crazy fast growing, but I thought this was really nice. It's kind of a blue-gray coloration on it, and I'm hoping that these will get, 4 feet tall is kind of ideal height for these. If they get super big, I think it's fine. I think these will be fine, but worst case we can pop them out into the landscape. But this will be our centerpiece, and then we've got I don't know how to say this, cotyledon. The variety of these, you kind of see these everywhere. They're more of a blue color, but this one is the icy fingers variety. It's more of a white, and I really like that contrast between this. Plus it picks up the light color in our pavers and in this pot as well. And then in front of that, we're gonna do kind of a trailer, which is this green. And I'm not sure what this one is. This isn't labeled or anything. It just has a sorted succulent, but these will kind of trail over and bring that nice green color. So we're gonna have the blue color, the green trailing over, and then a nice contrasting white in the middle. So I really like this combo. I was originally gonna do like a shrub in these, but with the rosemary and like a wall of rosemary and then the trees above, I just thought that a shrub would just kind of get lost. And so I went with, like all the other pots, something architectural so that these will hold their space. That's what I'm thinking anyway. So I'm actually not going to run drip line in the bottom hole and connect it to our drip system. I'm actually gonna go over the side. Reason for that is because when you water pots, sometimes you get like that tannin brown water discharge from the bottom. And I don't want it to stain these, so I'm gonna put a saucer on the bottom. And if you do a saucer, it's gonna crimp your line. So I'm gonna run it over the side. We do have rosemary on the side here that's gonna get pretty big, so it'll cover. So you won't see anything from this way. And then for whatever reason, if we wanna move these, it won't be such a pain. I won't have to cut the line. I can just pop the dripper off the side and move them. But that's kind of the plan for these. So yeah, we're just gonna fill these up. I've got a cactus succulent citrus mix, which is just a lot of drainage facilitating. I think there's a lot of sand in there. So it helps get rid of the water. These kind of plants do not like wet feet. So I believe that's it. That's all the plants that we have for these pots. And yeah. Well, what do you know? I didn't plan properly and I didn't get enough cactus mix. So I'm actually going to mix two. So down here, I've got a patio mix. This actually has a lot of drainage in it. So I'm gonna mix patio as well as cactus succulent citrus mix. This is just really free flowing. So I think with this, and I'm not gonna put crazy amount of drippers on these. I'll probably just put half-gallon drippers on these. So I think they'll be fine. Yeah, so I'll probably do like a 50-50 mix, I think. All right. Oh, and then these pots are so heavy. Empty, this is probably like 90 pounds. So imagine putting soil in there and plants and then watering it all. These are gonna be so heavy. So the size of these pots are pretty big for these plants. These plants aren't gonna have a crazy extensive root system. So I'm actually gonna put a pot upside down. Let me get the soil out of there. So let me show you what it's gonna do. So by putting a pot upside down in a pot, you're kind of doing two things. So as you put it in there, make sure you put it in upside down, otherwise it defeats the purpose. So you're actually doing three things. So you're decreasing the soil reservoir. So one, you're making it less heavy. Two, you don't have to put as much soil in there. So if you have really big pots, but only like small plants that are going on the top, you don't need to fill it all the way with soil. It's kind of a waste because that soil is just gonna sit on the bottom and do nothing. And then it also facilitates drainage. So it's less likely that your drainage hole down here is ever gonna get plugged up. So this still allows water to go around. It's got these drainage holes on the side. You will get a little bit of soil movement, but this actually will work really well. So regardless, it's still a really big soil reservoir. And like I said, if I ever want to move these, I don't want to move a 200-300 pound pot. I want to move, you know, a 150 pound pot. So it's not the biggest empty can, but it'll do something. So if you guys notice that I'm potting soil around that, that is why. But also, look how pretty it's looking right now. We still got, you know, some of these weeds came from, I think, from the bird feeders. So we have to go out and cut all those. Isn't it looking nice? It's cooling down. Crepe myrtles are still in bloom. These are the Choctaw variety. My neighbor's dog in the background. So we do have a couple little sad trees that didn't make it. It's just two of them. It's a nectarine and a peach down there. I just have to cut those, but I might not even replace them because I have one here, one in the exact middle, and a Santa Rosa plum down there. So it's still symmetrical. I think I'm just gonna cut them and leave them, see how I like it. But yeah, off topic. Ooh, I should just do this for Joe. He's gonna need to come down here. We planted pansies and violas, but it got really hot. And so we've been covering them. And now it has cooled down, it should be good. So cute. They're stooling out a little bit. These were pretty small, but they've already put on maybe a quarter of the size that they were. But got our cool season flowers in. That'll be nice and green. So happy that that's not all construction debris now. And then we have one little Pride of Madeira. There used to be one before they started the construction, and you know, things happened and it died. They crushed it. But put a new one in there. That'll get nice and big. So it's looking really nice. All right, so back to the project. Like a cake, we're gonna mix it all in. I love working outside when it's not blazing hot. That's what I love about fall. There were just some really big chunks that fell on the bottom. That's why I'm kind of probing as deep as I am. I don't want the soil to settle after I plant everything. All right, let's see where we're at. Oh my gosh, it's almost perfect. So, I'm deathly afraid of cacti that have those really fibery, they look really soft like cotton that you want to touch. It will mess you up. Don't touch those. They look all soft and then 5 minutes later you're like, oh, why does my finger hurt? Yeah, it's because those little... Ugh. Oh, you know what? I got 3 different sizes. Well, I wanted to do the big one in the middle. See, a little different sizes. Yeah, hold the big one in the middle. Oy, okay, how am I gonna touch this? Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Probably should have brought gloves out. Oh no. grass roots on them. I'm not gonna be too crazy. I'm just gonna break them a little bit. Do you see how they're winding like that though? You guys see that? Yeah. Just gonna unwind them. There we go. And kind of say, wake up. Perfect. I always look from the top. Symmetrical, yep. It doesn't look that symmetrical over here. Na, 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 na. So precise. I'm sure by doing that I'm moving my fingers, so it doesn't even matter. Okay, so I got only one can of this, but do you see how there's different stalks in there? I'm gonna pull them apart and plant them around. But I don't want to get this all over the papers, so I'm gonna go over here in the dirt somewhere. And you know what? Let me just do it in the pot. Oof, they watered these a lot. Okay, so I'm basically gonna just start pulling these. And these are super hardy. They can take a beating. Just attempt to get most of the root ball. It's looking like I'm gonna get 3 out of this. So I'll probably put the bigger ones in the back, smaller ones in the front. Like so. All right, just gonna fill in around those so that they'll stay in place. If you live in a colder climate, we have a girlfriend that lives in Arizona, and a lot of their succulents and cacti that are columnar like this, if you experience freeze episodes, you can put like a little cup on the top, because a lot of times these will, if they hit freezing temperatures, the top of it will freeze and die, and it kind of scars your plant, and so they'll kind of have a weird, basically a blemish on the top. So if you put a cup on there, it'll protect the top from any kind of damage. Oh my gosh, I'm being too gentle with this. one more for this one. All right. I think that's good. Oh, I always make such messes when it comes to potting or planting up pots. You guys know I love a 6-pack of plants. I actually like all kinds of 6-packs, now that I mentioned it. Come on. Kind of try and equally space them. Ooh, I like it already. When you're planting pots too, don't go too high. Leave a little bit of a lip so when you water it, the soil and the water doesn't flow over. Gift with purchase. You see him in there? Hey, spider. Move, buddy. I'm gonna plant over you. Uh-oh. Move, move, move. There you go. All right, that side's done. Okay. Let's tamp them in. Make sure they're snug. Probably can put a little more soil. No, I think they're fine. Love it. What do we think? See, it's like a nice blue color with this white, and then the green's gonna kind of spill over a little bit. I love it. Love it, love it. All right, and then we'll just do 2 more. So all done. I think they look really good. I really love the color choices though, like kind of the blue green, then the white around that, and then the nice green that'll trail over a little bit. Also the textures, really fine texture. You got more of like a long, slender, chunky, and then you got that big statement piece in the middle. Love it, love it. And these will love their life here. Just gotta hook them up to drippers. And let's look from up here. Oh, they're gonna look so good. Just gotta push the heaters back. I think we're gonna put some tables here for food, and then the tables will go down the center with the chairs on both sides. So gotta do some measuring. But yeah, I really like them.